With you this evening, not too long, but just to go through our business and what it can do for you. Been in our business now for 18 years, been the best thing that we ever did, even though we didn't see that right at the start. So without further ado, let's move on. Okay, so what do these people have in common? And you'll see here some individuals that have been in our business for the last few years. Bob Webb, an ex-teacher, earning over £365,000. In fact, these slides are a little out of date. I believe it's near approaching £400,000 per annum. Used to be an ex-teacher, earning around about £13,000 per year before we decided to go full-time in our business. Or maybe Mike and Amanda Bibby, ex-prison officer and a hairdresser, currently earning over £154,000 per annum from our business. And also Peter and Jackie White here. These are people that have been quite successful. By far, they're not the only people that have been successful within our business, but these are just a few examples. And Peter and Jackie White, ex-coach driver and sales manager, earning over 150,000. I can tell you that I know, it's like I said, since these slides were produced, they are now earning over 200,000. And Pete and Claire Rea, ex-sales rep and sales assistant, earning over £80,000 or £83,500 per annum. One of the things they don't have in common is they've all got very different backgrounds, or I guess they have got that in common, they've got different backgrounds. But one of the things that they certainly have got in common is that they've made a decision, and that's to escape from just earning a living and to start changing their lives. In this recession world that we all live in at the moment, if you look at the news, you wouldn't think anything works. Well, our business certainly is bucking the trend, and it's with a national company as well. But let's have a look at what most of us are on. And we get sold, I guess, this particular plan by our parents and their parents before us. I'm sure many of you have heard the phrase, why don't you go and get yourself a decent job? Why don't you get yourself a job with a pension? And, you know, get one a good company and work with that until you're age 60, 65. And I'm sorry to tell you, if you don't already know that, those days are long gone now. Where people can get, leave school and stay with one job. But this particular example is the plan I guess most of us have been sold. You maybe enter the workforce after leaving school or college or university, maybe starting earning somewhere in the region of £8,000 to £10,000 per year, and then incomes can jump quite a bit between there and age sort of 30, 35. And very often though, you get to the stage in a company where your income tends to plateau. And apart from, going up the steps of that company, you really only get to the stage of where your income goes up incrementally with yearly increases, and that doesn't happen very often now, of course. And you get to the normal retirement age, where that would nowadays maybe be 60 or 65. And I guess if you're looking at this in your 20s or 30s or 40s, that last line is probably going to be stretched quite a bit actually by the time you get to maybe, I think, 66, and maybe even more by the time many of you get there to the normal retirement age, where your income then plummets to the same level in real terms as when you were at age 18 or 20 years old. And of course, where's the time that you've got all the time to spend this money? And of course it is in your retirement years is when you've got a lot more time, but only surviving on a third of what you're probably earning in your normal day-to-day job. So that's the 45-year plan, or the employment trap as we call it. Or there's the alternative option, where many people with us and other companies around the world as well are starting their own part-time business working a few hours per week, probably earning maybe £5,000, £6,000, £7,000 per year to start with, but over a period of time can build that income till it gets to the retirement age where your income keeps increasing. And that's what our business certainly can promise you. Now, most people, I think it's fair to say, want financial independence, or they want to be rich, whatever the difference is, but surviving on their own resources, which I guess is what financial independence really means. And research in the UK shows that out of a group of 100 25-year-olds, by the age of 65, 1 will be rich, 4 will be financially independent, which is what we're talking about. 6 will still need to be working, and I guess these figures probably are changing on a day-to-day basis really, but 6 will need to be working. I'm sure you know of people who are over 65 who need to be working just to survive and make ends meet. 32 will be dead. I guess we can't do too much to help that. But here's the real frightening one for most of us. 57 will be dependent upon the state. Now, I'm sure you don't need me to ask you, but which group would you prefer to be in? And I think it's fair to say the majority of people would say, yeah, we'll take the top two. Now, the top 5% of people typically run their own business. So if that's the case, and we all want to be financially secure or rich maybe, why don't we all do that? And I think the truth of the matter is, with traditional businesses, is most of us do not wish to gamble our homes, risk hard-earned savings that you may have, if you've got any savings. That's another thing. Many people, savings nowadays seem to be running out. But if you do have savings, would you want to risk that? And many companies as well, you're told, if you take out maybe like a franchise, that it's going to take you 2 to 5 years just to break even on that, or be tight of rates, rent and overheads and all the normal traditional costs of businesses. And I'm sure many of you have seen, walking down your high street, what is happening to traditional businesses shutting down that can't make ends meet nowadays because of all these things. So what's the alternative? Well, we know that many of you probably know the alternative already, but for those of you that don't, we are involved in the #1 network marketing company in Europe, which is the Kleeneze business opportunity. Now, why is this? Well, if you stay with us just for the next few minutes, we'll show you and probably quite enlighten quite a few of you to what our business can actually offer. It marries together home shopping, which is the fastest growing worldwide trending retailing. In fact, we are the original home shopping company. We've been going since 1923 and been using our traditional catalogue methods since the early 80s. And it marries that with network marketing, which is proven to be the most powerful income structure ever devised. Now, let's just have a look here at what a Kleeneze business can give you. Well, it gives you unrestricted income and total flexibility of hours. You decide the hours that you're going to work, and as it says here, there's absolutely no targets whatsoever, apart from the ones that you set for yourself. There's no capital outlay for stock at all. There's a residual income option, which we'll talk about in a bit more detail, but in effect that means you get paid for stuff that you've done in the past time and time and time again. There's no, as we've already said, no premises to rent, no boss, no staff, and absolutely 100% no risk financially whatsoever. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, our business, if you're not aware of what Kleeneze is and what it can provide, stability, trading successfully for over 89 years. In fact, we're in our 90th year now, going since 1923. Now, that should tell you something about our business. Some people I've heard say in the past, oh, well, that Kleeneze thing, is it a scam? Well, how many scams do you know that have been going for 90 years? Successfully and in profit virtually every single year, and keeping to grow. Integrity. We're founder member of the UK Direct Selling Association, which is the umbrella company, if you like, or the organisation that looks over all of our type of industry, and we're also endorsed by the Office of Fair Trading, so that couldn't be much more endorsement for you, I'm sure. Now, results already proven, as you've already seen, incomes in excess of £250,000 per year, and many people earning 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and much more per month across the UK, Republic of Ireland, Germany and Holland, where we also trade as well. Now, there's mass market. And this is the brilliant thing about our business. We are a mass market retailer. If you look through our catalogues, I defy you to look through with an open mind and not find something that you will find useful. We have obviously catalogues for all times of the year. You can see we have a Christmas range there. Currently we have sale ranges, always topical ranges for the time of year. And the catalogue does the selling for you. Many of the products you can't find in the shop. All you do is simply leave the catalogue with people and collect it back. And many of our products are consumable, so they'll come back for you to you time and time again when they need those products again. And 70% of the UK and Ireland actually know of the UK of our name, Kleeneze. So most people, you get a very welcome reception on the doorstep because they already know and trust the brand. Now, our method of operation is very simple. As we said, either catalogue placements with households, and in many instances with friends and neighbours, certainly to start with. no limitations on your growth. And as we've already said, there's absolutely no boss. You decide the hours that you want to work. Part-time, we have many mothers and couples working it around either their children, their family, or other work commitments. People of all sexes, certainly not just the ladies. And you can expand from day one by being you can recommend to become a distributor to friends and family and colleagues, which will increase your income as well. And we'll talk about that in a little more detail as we're going through. So how can we pay out such huge incomes that you saw at the start? Well, if you look here on the left-hand side, this is the funnel that traditionally businesses go through, or products go through. If you go down to the high street today or go to your local shopping centre, every time you may, let's say there's a product that starts at maybe £1 and you may buy it for £5. Now it would start with a manufacturer, which would then go through wholesalers, advertising, it will then get onto the retailer, and this isn't even including other advertising costs and rents and overheads and all these things, and that £1 product hits the marketplace at £5. Now, here's the Kleeneze distribution model. It starts with the manufacturer, goes to Kleeneze, comes out to the distributor network, being us, and then goes on to the customer. And by the removing of the traditional middlemen and the overheads, that is how the incomes can be so large that are paid to the network. And in way of giving you an example there, Kleeneze's track record over the last 4 years is that it's had over £300 million in retail sales, but it's actually paid out over £154 million to the network in bonuses. And that's not because of the quality of the products, far from it. It's to do with all the savings that are made from that traditional retail method to the Kleeneze retail method. Now here's a wealth warning as well, and this is very important. It's illegal for a promoter or a participant in a trading scheme to persuade anyone to make a payment by promising benefits by getting others to join a scheme. Do not be misled by claims that high earnings are easily achieved. That's a very important point, because there are some other companies out there that don't go into this type of thing. We tell people the ups and the downs. It's like life, this business, you know. If anybody promises you that it's always, you know, that join with us and it's going to be absolutely fantastic for the whole of your life and you're never going to have any ups and downs, I would probably run a mile the other way. They say if it's too good to be true, it probably is, and I would agree 100% with that. You need to put some time, you need to put some effort, and you will have ups and downs along the way. But if you're prepared to put some effort and some work in, it will work for you. Now, we have a couple of testimonials, and just from people, just distributors in our particular team. And what I'm going to do now, we've got a lady called Stephanie. I believe Stephanie's ready, hopefully online anyway, that she's going to talk to you. I'm now going to cut myself off. Hopefully Stephanie will come on for a minute or two, just tell you about her story. She's only been with us just over 4 weeks, so she's a little bit nervous about this. So I'll pass you on to her now.
Thank you, Andy. Hello, everybody, and good evening. As Andy said, my name is Stephanie. I've been with Kleeneze just over 4 weeks. I've been invited here tonight just to let you know how Kleeneze has worked for me. I looked at joining Kleeneze a few weeks prior, but at the time it wasn't right for me. And then I got an invite to join a wealth webinar, probably like some of you have been invited to join tonight. So I thought, right, okay, I'll have a listen and see what it's all about. So I joined the wealth webinar. I thought, right, yeah, okay, I'll give it a go. I joined on the free option. The premium option at the time wasn't quite suitable for me at that point because my husband had just come out of work. I completed my registration, and in less than 24 hours, I'd had an email from Kleeneze welcoming me to the team. Everything all set up for me, my shop all set up. Advertised it on the Facebook to friends and family. Before I'd even received my box, I'd got orders waiting for me. That's how the products sell themselves. So then I thought, right, okay, it's going well. maybe I should start building my own team. So I started to advertise for some distributors. As I said, I've only been doing it for 4 weeks, and already I've got 7 members in my team. Actually, another one just signed with me tonight. And I've got a few as well, still considering their options, so it's going okay on that side of it as well. I've just upgraded to a full distributor where I've invested in a booster kit, which has given me additional 200 bucks, which has been a good asset and helped me to build my customer base a bit quicker, a bit sooner for me. However, saying that, all I've achieved, I've been working part-time because I do have a full-time job, so it's been part-time hours around full-time hours and on the free option as well, which is 10 bucks to start on. So I don't think I've done too bad in 4 weeks. Now, to me, that shows that Kleeneze works. And if I can do it, anybody can do it, as long as you are willing to put the hours in, as Andy said, and you are committed to building a successful business. With Kleeneze, you set the hours that you want to work. It's your business. You're working for yourself, but you're not by yourself. There's always help available, whether it be your sponsor, that's the person who's going to sign you up, the dedicated helpline team, or our own Facebook group that we have, where there's always people that are there, happy and willing to answer any questions, share advice and tips with you, so you're never on your own. We're one, as I like to think, big happy Kleeneze family. So where do I see myself in a couple of years from now? Well, hopefully doing Kleeneze full time, being my own boss, that's the big thing. Having a successful business and enjoying some holidays that at the moment I could probably never afford, which is also another good thing with Kleeneze and their incentives. You have some chances to win some lovely holidays with Kleeneze as well. So as I said, remember, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You just got to be committed. It's worked for me and it can work for you as well. So that's it really, and thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Absolutely great. Thank you very much for Stephanie for that. Sorry about the delay at the start of that. Unfortunately, Stephanie got logged off and we had a slight problem getting her back in. But no, that was brilliant. Thank you for that. I also got another gentleman been with us a little while now. This gentleman I know is starting to get a bit more serious about his business. I will pass you on to Matt Millenship.
Hello, good evening everybody. Hope you're all well. Just a quick testimonial from me about mine and my partner Dana's business. Dana started in November 2009 now, working around her other job. At the time I was working full-time as a chef as well. I was working 60+ hours a week. I was doing shifts. I wasn't really getting much time to see her, which was a bit rubbish. After 9 months we both went full-time in the business. We focused on building customer bases to begin with, and we remain very retail focused for the next year or so, with Dana also doing the recruitment work as well. This led us to our best check, which was around £2,500, mainly from our own retailing. And more recently we've started to push a lot harder with the recruitment, and I've also started getting involved more myself, as well as doing it around my retail commitments as well. I mean, with the recruitment now being so easy, more people than ever needing extra income, we've actually managed to introduce 10 new distributors since Thursday last week. Our business is growing really well, and our aim is to build a strong team, to build on about 15 distributors every 4 weeks. And one of our more long-term aims this year is to get our check up to £4,000 every 4 weeks. And this is by the end of the year, which we'll achieve with combination of our own retailing and our team sales as well. I mean, I think for me the most important advantages that I've gotten out of doing Kleeneze is that I work at my own pace. I'm now my own boss, which is great. I don't have to answer to anybody, and I'm building something that hopefully is going to provide for me and my future family for years to come. I really enjoy doing this business, and I hope that you will too. I hope some of you find this useful, and have a good evening.
That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you for that, Matt, and thanks to both to Matt and Stephanie for doing that. I know they were a little nervous, and understandably so, by doing this. So thanks very much to both of you for doing that. And Matt only stepped in this morning as well. So you heard what Matt was saying there about building a team, and also what Stephanie was saying. And that's an option that's open to you with Kleeneze. You can earn from your own retail profit, but there's also volume profit and royalty bonuses. And we're going to touch on all of these now, just to give you an idea. Retail profit, you see, you earn 33% retail profit. That's on what we call our wholesale amount, which works out about £21 of every £100 in orders that you deduct and keep before sending Kleeneze the balance. And as we said, just simply by leaving the catalogues either with neighbours, friends and colleagues, and what Stephanie was saying there about our two different options, which we'll talk in a bit more detail about, either by starting on the free option or the premium option. So you can just leave catalogues with friends and local residents, people that live near you. And as we said before, it's really important to say that you are not a salesperson. The catalogue does the selling for you. Is there anybody you know who doesn't use household cleaning products and other everyday items? And that is the type of products that we supply, but also we do many unique products that are very, very hard to find in the shops as well. So an example of this, if you delivered and collected back 250 catalogues per week, which would for most people be about 8 to 10 hours work, over a Kleeneze 4-week sales period, you would see £1,000 in orders on average if you see the normal return or the average return of £1 per catalogue. So you put 1,000 catalogues out over a month, collect them back, you'd normally expect to see around about £1,000 worth of sales. Now you get a retail and a volume profit that combined on this, which would earn you an extra £275. Not a fortune, however, it's enough maybe for many people to give some lifestyle money. An extra £200 or £300 a month is what most people generally join Kleeneze for. And if you've got more time, of course, it's at the bottom, it makes sense to double or triple the amount of activity, which will more than double or triple your immediate income. So that's the first way, just by your own efforts. However, there is this other part which we said called volume profit, and that's to do with the volume of sales that you do, but also if you wish to build a team, which we call sponsoring, their sales get added to yours for the benefit of calculating this type of bonus. So let's show you an example of that. Over a period of time, so we're working on the basis that you're doing £250 a week, which is very, very achievable for anybody on a part-time basis. You show a number of other people out there, and how many people do you think out there could do with an extra £200, £300, £400 a month at this moment in time with the recession the way it is? And the answer is millions. But if you find just 10 over a period of time, and we give you help, guidance and support to do this, their sales go to added into yours as far as volume profit is calculated. And you can see here, for your income from £275 a month, you don't do any more catalogues, but because you are the person that's introduced and shown these people what to do, the company will pay you a commission or extra profits on top. And in this case here, you can see it's nearly an extra £1,000 a month more that you would have got by just being on your own. But the beauty is you can still work that business in 8 to 10 hours and earning an extra income of £16,000 plus per year. That's pretty good going, isn't it, for somebody working 8 to 10 hours per week part-time. You will have to spend a few more hours into it, to be fair, because you'll need to help and support some of your team. Now, royalty bonuses. Now, when you start, as you saw there, I'll just go back to that previous page, you doing £1,000 a month, or 250 a week, but £1,000 a month, plus 10 other people, as you'll see there, that will be total group sales or group orders of £11,000. Now, many people that you'll come across over the years will wish to duplicate what you do. And by introducing strong performing teams and showing other people how to do what you do, Kleeneze will pay you a percentage on their business from now to evermore, as long as you remain a distributor. And if you introduce one person who goes to that level that you just saw, which we call the gold level, they will pay you 4% override on that person's sales forever and a day, as long as they remain in the business. And if you introduce 2 people that do the same, you'll get paid an additional 7%. Now, what does this actually mean to you in cash terms or reality terms? Well, if you just introduce 2 people over a period of time who do the same as you, you'll see that your income will go up to just under £30,000 per year. That's pretty good going. And obviously you don't have to get to that stage. As you're building, you continue to build, your income continues to build as well. Time needed per week, to say that again, needed per week, around 15 to 20 hours. Why a little bit more? Because you'll have to spend a bit more time, of course, helping and supporting your team as well. But for an income of £30,000 per year, and many people earn up to this on a part-time basis, and then quite a few decide, well, we could go into this full-time if we want, or if you want to keep it as a good part-time income, that's absolutely fine. Now, over a period of time, because you've done that twice, of course, you can show other people how to do the same. And I must stress, as it said earlier, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not something that's going to be done in 5 minutes. But certainly, this is attainable over maybe 3 to 5 years, working a part-time level. Show 5 people how to duplicate your success, and that would bring you an income approaching £50,000 per year. Now, people might say, well, hey, 3 to 5 years, that's quite a while. Well, how quick did the last 3 to 5 years go? They tend to sort of go by at a rate of knots. And we know many people who go to university to study for 3 to 5 years. And I can assure you, we also know many people at university, I'm sure you do too, or who have graduated from university that can't find work. With this work over the next 3 to 5 years, it could be an income around about £50,000 per year. But that's your choice. If you and the thing about it as well, if you just want an extra £50 to £100 a week, that's great. But if you want to build it, it's a nice option to have, and you can do that. Now, we also have a couple of other parts of our business opportunity, as well as just the Kleeneze catalogue side. We also have Easy Party, and this is a way, if you wish to, you don't have to, you can also explore our party plan side. And by maybe just putting aside maybe an evening or two each week, you could certainly earn an extra £30 to £80 per evening or per party, where you'd earn between 21 to 36% on all sales of what people have bought from you. We have a great range of cookware that people can be demonstrated to, or many of the range that's within our catalogues, but we also have a spa range as well. Easy Cook and Easy Spa. So there's more than one range, so people don't get bored of always seeing the same products. And a fantastic hostess program, including half price shopping for the customers, and up to 15% commission and hotel accommodation worth £630. I am reliably informed it's amongst the best in the industry, if not the best, as far as rewards for the hostess. And as always, also was spoken about earlier by Stephanie, you are allowed, or people can buy from you online. Every Kleeneze distributor has their own personalised Kleeneze shop. This is not like some other similar companies where the distributor loses out by the company taking the commission. It's your shop. You can get people, you can just send links to people, to products. They can buy from your shop anywhere in the UK. Okay, you can either personally deliver it to them, or they can have it delivered at a small charge to their house. So there's no need to collect orders. You can simply promote your own online shop to family and friends and Facebook, places like that. And commissions, a little less, 15 to 28% commission on every sale. And the reason for that is obviously Kleeneze do all the delivery of the goods, and you just take the commission, which is a brilliant way of doing it. Now, for some reason, this is ill-timed, but on screen at the moment, let me just try this once more. I'm just going to have to shut down the presentation and start it back up. I do apologise about this. Okay, I think we're going to have to go without the actual slides for this second. So I'm just going to quickly check. No, we've actually just lost our, but I'm going to explain it. It shouldn't really make too much difference. We'll try and get back to that in a second. For some reason, like I said, just the actual picture has disappeared. So let me just go through one more thing. This is going to be a little awkward, but just bear with me for a second. I think we've got it back now. Do apologise about that. That was a little bit out of our control. Let me just get back to the same page. Okay, here we go. So, how your business can grow. Obviously, with yourself, it starts, but you finding 5 people, you don't have to go and recruit the world, you see. You can just do this business by finding a few people. You see, if you find 5 serious people, you find 5 other people, you find 5 other people, you can see how your business can start to grow. Now, it's so you look after your people and they look after the people that they introduce. So you really just teach people how to retail, and how to do the team building side, and also how to teach as well. Teach others to do the same. Now, we have a sales and awards plan. Everybody starts on the far left hand side as a distributor, and you can see you've got this stair-step case where you can start at silver distributor. That's for doing orders of over £780 a month, and you get to the gold level. Each level, as you go up, you can see underneath you get cash bonuses, and also you get these cars. Some of them need updating, I think, as well. They've actually updated some of the cars recently, all the way up to an Aston Martin or a Bentley Continental GT. And these cars, by the way, are given to you completely free of charge by Kleeneze. They're not company cars. They don't take them back. They're completely yours, and you get the keys and you can do with them exactly what you want. Now, there are foreign conferences and car rewards. You heard Stephanie saying earlier that this is one of the things that motivates her. We were lucky enough to go to Miami at the end of last year, been to New York and Cape Town. Many of the people on this, that I know, we've got a few existing distributors looking in. I know many of those have actually been on these as well. And they call them conferences purely for tax purposes, but they are really holidays. But do you have what it takes to qualify for one of these? Maybe one of the cars as well. It's within your certainly it's within everybody's reach. They keep them very, very attainable for all distributors. So at all times you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. There are conferences. These are national conferences that Kleeneze do 2 or 3 twice a year, normally in the centre of the country, as well as ones around the country as well to help you with your business. There's rewards and recognition, full internet support. Kleeneze are very good on IT. All your ordering is done online and then delivered to you in a couple of days, and also full head office support, as well as the help of your sponsors, being the people that have introduced you into Kleeneze as well. Now, how do you get started? Well, for an initial investment of between £3 to $49.99, I'll explain that very, very briefly. There is a free startup option, and you can speak to the people that shows you here for more details. There's a free startup option, the same as what Stephanie was talking about. It's a little bit of a slower start, but if you really can't find investment, it's a way of getting yourself going. But we tend to recommend, for most people, our business builder kits. Our best kit is the Business Builder 250, which actually has £185 worth of value, but Kleeneze just recently really have started offering a much, much better deal on this. You can just pay $49.99 down, and you can pay the balance over the next 12 weeks with 3 easy interest-free installments, if you like. So people can get yourself going in this business for the price, or for less than the price it would to go out and get yourself a meal for 2, really. It's ridiculous. And not only that, even if it really wasn't for you, there's a money back guarantee, so there's absolutely no risk to any investment whatsoever. But most people don't use that because they find they're earning money straight away from their business. So you get a business kit, including a manual and administration tools. You can start team building from day one with the help of your sponsors, of course. They're there to help you and guide you, and also the retailing tools and the catalogs. With the Business Builder 250 kit for the $49.99 option, that will give you 250 of each type of catalogue, bags and order forms, so you can literally go out and start getting hundreds of pounds worth of sales in your first week, as many, many people do. And of course, as we said already, full head office support and help from your sponsors. There's plenty around if you want to look at proof through the media about success that people that are getting with Kleeneze as well. So obviously, you can look for that as well. But I want to ask you this question: if you had unrestricted income, would you be going to the same house today? And we do this at hotel meetings normally, but we're obviously doing it on the webinar. So obviously, would you be living in the same house today, I guess, is the question. If you had unrestricted income, would you be living in the same house today? Would you be driving the same car? If you drive, would you drive the same car that you've got? Or is it just really limping from month to month? Would you want the car that you really could have? Would you want to win a car with Kleeneze? Many people do in their first few years. Or would you be going on the same holiday this year? And I don't mean the one that you can afford. I mean the one that you would really want to go on if money wasn't as tight as maybe it is at the moment. And probably one of the most important questions, are you today where you thought you would be 5 years ago? As we said, the last few years, if you go back to 2008, it seems to have gone past in just a blink of an eye. Are you today where you hoped or planned to be in 2008? And I guess probably the most important question is, where will you be in 5 years' time? You see, if you keep doing the same things, so many people say, oh, well, yeah, well, I want a part-time job. And, you know, they look for part-time jobs, and it doesn't get them any further forward than they ever were. So if you want to be somewhere else, you need to be doing something different from what other people are doing out there. And so that is what the Kleeneze opportunity really, really can offer you, if you're prepared, obviously, to work at it. And you have to work at it. So what next? Well, simply contact the person who directed you to this business presentation, to this webinar. It's as simple as that, okay? Contact them. They may well have emailed you. They may well have contacted you via Facebook or Twitter or something like that. Go back, find the link and contact them, okay? They'll be more than happy to speak to you and answer any questions you've got, and they can help you to get started if you so wish, okay? And that's the point. If you wish to get started, they can certainly help you. So really, as I said already, we've said already, that there's a free option to join with, there's a money back guarantee on our premium option. You've absolutely got nothing to lose whatsoever, but just maybe you could have everything to gain if you change a few things. So hopefully you've got some, sorry about the technical problem we had halfway through, it's completely out of our control, I'm afraid. Hopefully you've got something out of this, and like I said, get back to that person who sent you here in the first place, and we'll be back here next month. We'll see you all soon. Thanks very much for listening. Good night, everyone.